Hello and welcome back to the Cheltenham Festival. We're in the biggest race of the afternoon now. This is the 3:30 Champion Hurdle. So we'll just run through the runners and riders if you like. We've got number 1 Colonel Mustard, number 2 Iberico Lord, number 3 Irish Point, number 4 Nemean Lion, number 5 Not So Sleepy, number 6, the favourite here, State Man. Number 7, Zarak the Brave. And number 8, Lucia. So they're the 8 that go. The post, State Man. 1 to 3 favourite with the racing post. We'll have a quick look at what we give in the Excel spreadsheet. State Man is my 7th rated horse from the 8 selections. So it's basically back the field around it, I would think here. Let's quickly go into Betfair. And our top selection here is Iberico Lord, which is trading at the moment at 16. Means you need £6.25 on this to return £100. Zarak the Brave, 48 SP, £2.08 you'll need to stake on that to return 100. Irish Point, 7.4 SP, £13.51 stakes needed there. Lucia, 80 SP, will need £1.25 stakes to return £100. Not So Sleepy, 50s, that will need £2 stakes to return £100. And Nemean Lion at 25 would need £4 stake to return £100. So there we've laid out £29.10. So we would have £20.90 on State Man at 1.41. Just bring the calculator out here. 1.41 times the £20.90 would return you £29. So, all right, you might be losing £20, but at the end of the day, you've got Iberico Lord, Zarak the Brave, Irish Point, Lucia, Not So Sleepy, and Nemean Lion running for you, all to return £100. Now, we've got a couple of minutes, well, we're down to 1 minute now before the off, so they are at the post. So we'll go over live now to Cheltenham.
And Mick, with the Supreme on the hurdles track being the slowest time this century, that's going to suit a horse like Nemean Lion, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Like he's a strong stayer over this trip. But to put things into perspective, it's State Man in shot. If this was a handicap, the others would get a head start on him. There's no head start today, so he's got a bit of an advantage according to official ratings.
And when you look at that betting, AP, will a few of them there be having an eye on Do a Theatre World with an eye on 98 grand for second?
Yeah, there'll be a few of them thinking that. I mean, Irish Point had 1 over 3 miles last time in Leopardstown. It was a slowly run race, so it definitely suited him. But you saw with the horse in the first race, Slade Steele, he was coming back and tripping well. So in this ground, it does give them a chance.
Just had a quick word with Ken Pitterson, our paddock expert. His 2 picks were State Man and Nemean Lion. Good luck to Kerry Lee in the Will Rousseff colours there. The yellow with the purple cap as they come out onto the track. It's big stakes time, Mick.
Yeah, look, this is your heart is about to explode out of your chest if you're a jockey riding State Man at this stage. But Paul Townsend's been there before, and he's got plenty of T-shirts which say Cheltenham Festival winner.
I think for Paul it's a case of keeping it simple, but tactically fascinated by a couple of the others. Irish Point obviously dropping down in trip. Is Jack Kennedy going to bowl a long champ and make it a test and try and dictate?
Well, that's probably his best chance of winning. Like Paul Town has won all the big races here. He hasn't won the champion hurdle yet, and I'm sure he'd like to do it on him.
That's the Rob Core colours, third from the right. Not so sleepy, just an absolute dude. Back for a fifth time in the champion hurdle. Lucia away on the right near side now. She's not going to like this ground, is she, Mick?
It's not ideal for her, but she'll cope with it. It's just a case of if she's good enough, and they'll be hoping to pick up a little bit of pieces.
And out the back, Zarek the Brave. He's one, Mick, I think, that Darryl might hunt up and try and finish in the places.
Yeah, I think, look, if you're a rider on a horse like Zarek the Brave, you're just going to sit at the back, let all the others play their cards, and then hopefully pounce late for prize money.
4-11 State Man, then it's 9-2 Irish Point. As they take a turn, we hand you up for the Unibet Champion Hurdle to Richard Hoyles.
Thanks, Ed. Yeah, that's the key point of this race, is who wants to go forward, potentially compromise their own chances, set up for State Man and lose some place prize money, or will it become a tactical, slowly run race? Colonel Mustard, for example, normally dropped out the back. First time blinkers, is lining right up alongside State Man. May well be Paul Townend is mindful that he may have to cut out his own running here in order to ensure that, in theory, that way the best horse wins, rather than it be a muddling affair. Being called forward then for the feature race on day one. It's the Unibet Champion Hurdle, and they're off and racing. So Colonel Mustard is being ridden further forward, and State Man is going to be right up there early on. Lucia and Not So Sleepy towards the outside, with Irish Point as well, with Nemean Lion as they take the first. Virico Lord is one from the back, and Zarak the Brave is the one that is dropped out. So now State Man, seeing there's enough pace, Paul Townend is happy to let Nemean Lion and Not So Sleepy cut out the running on this long run between flights 1 and 2. The mare Lucia on the left-hand side in the mauve colours. The grey is Irish Point, now just on the heels of the leaders, with State Man on the inside. Iberico Lord, Colonel Mustard now back in the pack. The red colours virtually eclipsed there, and Zarak the Brave is last of all as they continue their progress, a steady climb as they approach flight number 2. So Nemean Lion on the inside of the keen Not So Sleepy. State Man right up the inner in the checked colours with that low head carriage ahead of Irish Point. Colonel Mustard, Lucia, Iberico Lord and Zarak the Brave over flight number 2, which they all handle fine. Not So Sleepy is under restraint by Sean Bowen, but is keen to go a little bit faster. Nemean Lion possibly about to accept that in second place, 3/4 of a length down, and they're now 2 lengths clear from State Man and Irish Point, who are alongside one another. Iberico Lord on the inside of Colonel Mustard. On their outer is Lucia, and Zarak the Brave is the back marker, as they'll now climb and then turn down towards the 2 flights of hurdles on the side of the racecourse. Not So Sleepy, having his 5th run in the race, leads Nemean Lion. Irish Point in 3rd on the outside of State Man in the check colours. Colonel Mustard in 5th place with Lucia on the outside, as the pace appears just to have steadied slightly. You can see the sections on the top there. That's 17.2, largely because they were climbing uphill, so this likely to be a little faster, but maybe not by a massive amount. Not So Sleepy ridden into it. Nemean Lion, Irish Point, Lucia on the outside of State Man, Colonel Mustard, Iberico Lord, and the back marker at this stage is Zarak the Brave. So on the run towards the 4th flight of hurdles. Not So Sleepy leading Nemean Lion by half a length. Irish Point is in 3rd. State Man on the inside of Lucia, Colonel Mustard, Iberico Lord, and the back marker Zarak the Brave. So this is the 4th. Leading towards it, Not So Sleepy. Didn't see a great stride there, didn't stand off. Has the advantage narrowly now from Nemean Lion as they once again begin the turn left-handed, and once again we're on the climb. Irish Point in 3rd, State Man still in no hurry on the inside of Lucia. Colonel Mustard, Iberico Lord has just dropped to the back of the pack. Zarak the Brave just ahead of him. They're only covered by about 7 lengths as they climb towards 4 from the finish. Not So Sleepy from Nemean Lion. Over in 3rd place, we have Irish Point. State Man on the inside of Lucia, Iberico Lord, Colonel Mustard, and Zarak the Brave. So Nemean Lion just pokes the head in front now on the run towards the 3rd last. They'll swing left-handed and then begin the descent. In 2nd place, Not So Sleepy, Irish Point for Jack Kennedy, positioned right behind the leaders. State Man continuing to lob along in 4th place. In 5th is Lucia, Iberico Lord moving back on the inside of Colonel Mustard and Zarek the Brave. So they're still well bunched here as Nemean Lion leads them towards the third last. Not So Sleepy in second. Irish Point, State Man keeping that inside route open in fourth place as they take 3 from the finish. State Man a little bit ugly there on landing, but still travelling powerfully. Not So Sleepy's game looks to be up. Nemean Lion leads Irish Point, State Man and Lucia. Colonel Mustard, Iberico Lord asked to improve on the inside of Zarek the Brave as they head towards the second last in the champion hurdle. Nemean Lion, the grey Irish Point. State Man continues to wait in third. Lucia, then Iberico Lord as they begin to turn for home. Irish Point is poised on the outside of Nemean Lion, and now State Man breaks cover and is gradually manoeuvred towards the outside to begin his charge. Zarek the Braves move through into fourth with Lucia, and State Man now takes his claim to win the champion hurdle. Irish Point trying to stay in the game as they run down to the last. Then in third is Lucia, Zarek the Brave, and behind those in fifth, Nemean Lion, who can do no more. The last in the champion hurdle, and State Man takes it in the lead. Irish Point about half a length down. State Man is shaken up, finds a length or so from in second Irish Point, who's sticking to the task, but is no match for State Man from county to champion hurdle. Paul Townend lands the race finally for Willie Mullings in the colours of the Donnellys. Irish Point second, Lucia back in third place. Zarek the Brave, Colonel Mustard, Nemean Lion and Not So Sleepy. Comfortable. Stalked them, picked them off at the last, just did enough. But that was more than enough to beat Irish Point, who ran really well in second place. Lucia, great run in third place, best of the rest. He got quite close for fourth. We'll try and show you that fourth place, because there are some, didn't. In fact, only after the line when Colonel Mustard caught Zarek the Brave. Time I looked at Colonel Mustard, he was alongside, but Zarek the Brave in fourth for maybe the each way betting without markets. But that was just smooth, really. State Man took some cover, always travelling well, picked them up at the last and won. State Man may have played second fiddle to Constitution Hill 12 months ago, but here he was dominant.
So, the favourite obliges, and as Richard Hoyle says, they're comfortable. I wouldn't think it was as impressive as Gaelic Warrior earlier on, but nevertheless, it was still a good victory. Now, we're going to be back for the Boodles in about half an hour, so I hope you had that, or maybe the forecast, or something playable with a few quid to come back. And we'll see you a bit later.